Hi there, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states. Before I even got started on the video, Big C behind the camera was giving me directives, of which he was wrong. I've already hit my mark, as I say in the biz. So there you go, Big C. Love the guys behind the camera. Dr. V sitting over there, lounging, thinking. Big C behind the camera, making me look pretty. I know it's pretty easy though. But you know, as they say, Dr. C, and I'm going to start with this. It's a great saying that, I don't know who came up with it, but I'm going to claim it. You can't polish a turd, but you can roll it in glitter. Remember that. That's not about annuities. But what we're talking about today is how do you find the terms of an annuity contract? Like, where is that, Stan the Annuity Man? Can I see that before I buy? And then better yet, will you explain it to me in easy to understand Southernisms in English like you do all the time? In that accent that you can turn on and off like a light switch? Yes, I can. So we're going to talk about how do you find those little nuances in the contract before you make the purchase. You can do that. No, Dan, no. Yeah, you can. We're going to talk about it after this. So let's talk about just the basics of an annuity contract. There's two types of annuity contracts. There's ones that are issued at the state level that are fixed. Those are fixed index annuities, multi-year guarantee annuities, qualified longevity annuity contracts, single premium immediate annuities, deferred income annuities, and income riders that ride on top of indexed annuities. All at the state level, okay? And then there are variable annuities and registered index-linked annuities that are NASD, FINRA, SEC. You got to have a Series 7 or equivalent license to recommend those, okay? But they're different. So these over here, which I don't sell, never will, because there's nothing there for me to do because they're not contractual, okay? And I only do contractual guarantees. These are in the securities world, and they're going to have a prospectus attached to them, and you need to ask that person, that professional dart thrower you're working with, to send you that prospectus. I don't know why you're looking at those products. We'll talk about that in a minute. But if they're selling the dream over here and you want to understand the contractual realities, they can send you a prospectus on that. And if you read it and understand it, God bless you. Now, on this side over here, the fixed annuities issued at the state level do not require a securities license. Yep. Index annuity CD products doesn't require a securities license. But all of these over here, they have what's called a specimen policy. You think it's specimen? I ain't peeing in no cup, son. That's not what I'm talking about, Fred. I'm talking about a specimen policy, which is going to be the verbiage, which means words, the words in the policy. It's not going to have your name, the numbers, the amount of money you're putting in, all that. Because we always get this. We always tell people that, yeah, I'd like to see a specimens policy. We send them, they go, it doesn't have my name, it doesn't have the amount of money, and we go, Fred, this is the verbiage. Now, it's the exact verbiage, but it's not going to have the numbers in there and your name for obvious reasons, because that's a contract when you sign and the money is at the annuity company, they issue the policy. Then it's going to have your name and the number and the percentages and the guarantees and all that stuff. So specimen policies for fixed annuities, prospectus, prospecti, plural, for the variables and the RILAs over here. And that's where you're going to find the contractual terms that you're looking for. I always tell people, like, if you see in the specimen policy or the prospectus, if you see mathematical equations that have letters in it, don't buy it. It's too complicated. That's that advanced math stuff. But with all annuities, you're looking for the contractual guarantees. That's how you should buy it. Unfortunately, these two over here, nothing against them, no problem. Those are hypothetical, theoretical, projected, back-tested, unicorns testing the butterflies. Sir, if you'd have owned it, this, you're going to get this, you might get this, and this. There's no guarantee. They're never going to say, I'll guarantee you this. You might, could, should, can. There's no will. Okay, the will do is over here. So you own an annuity for what it will do, fixed, not what it might do, prospectus, will do, specimen policies, might do, prospectus. If you need market growth, go get market growth. So it's just that simple. You ask yourself two questions. What do you want the money to contractually do? When do you want those contractual guarantees to start? Voided. You can't ask that here. Can't answer it. Can here. Annuities solve for four things. Acronym is PIL. P stands for principal protection. I stands for income for life. The other L stands for legacy. The other L stands for long-term care. PIL. Principal protection. Income for life, legacy, and long-term care. Contractual guarantees. No. Now, variable annuities and RILAs, you can attach some income benefits to them, but they do not beat, historically, the income guarantees on the fixed side. It's just an add-on feel-good. It's a warm, fuzzy sweater in a hot day. You don't need it, okay? So when you're looking for terms, when you're looking for explanations, when you're looking for things written in English, you're not going to find it. Lawyers write these, lawyers write these. They don't hire me. In a perfect annuity world where I'm the annuity czar, not for a day, forever, in perpetuity, I write it in English that you understand it. I had a guy the other day, he was really stuck on one piece of, two or three sentences in a fixed specimen policy. And I said, let me give it to you in Stanisms, okay, Stanglish. And I explained it to him like that, and he goes, oh, that makes sense. Like, yeah, it does. Unfortunately, they're not hiring me to do that. They should. Maybe that's chapter 3 of my life. No, I'm having too much fun here in chapter 2, which is squashing all hopes and dreams of all local agents selling crap and trying to maximize commission off of you. The two primary things that annuities solve for, now yes, legacy and long-term care, they do solve for that, but the P and the I, the principal protection, income for life, that's where the majority of contractual guaranteed transfer of risk solutions happen with us. In those two questions, what do you want the money to contractually do? When do you want those contractual guarantees to start? That's where it all happens. In chapter 2 of your life, it's about you, it's about lifestyle. It's not about chasing things anymore. As I always tell people, you won the game, why are you still playing? Yeah, bands left, cheerleaders left, and you're still out there in the middle of the floor spinning, putting the ball in between your legs. No one's watching, no one cares. You've already won the game. So we're going to go as slow as you want to go and get you as many terms as you need and as many specimen policies as you need, as many illustrations as you need, and as many conversations with me as you need to get you comfortable. There is no urgency. The urgency is for you to understand what you're buying. If you can't explain it to a group of second graders, 9-year-olds, no offense to second graders and 9-year-olds, you shouldn't buy it. If it's very, very complex, you shouldn't buy it. If you can't turn to your neighbor, friend, grandson, whatever, and explain what you bought or what you're considering, don't buy it. Every day when I'm talking to people on the phone, I'm like, okay, tell me what you own. They can't tell me. Well, I think it's this from this company that, and they'll do a couple things. Well, I got an upfront bonus. Okay, great, it's an index annuity. I mean, I know that for a fact. But know what you're buying. Go to my site at theannuityman.com. Another place to find terms would be my owner's manuals. I've written 6 of them, okay? You can get those for free, download them for free on my site at theannuityman.com. I've also written a book called The Annuity Man Stanifesto. I think we have a few hundred copies. If you want that, we'll send those as long as they're in stock. Stan at theannuityman.com. That's me explaining it all in my easy-to-understand verbiage. So in combination with those books and the specimen policies, you're good to go. I can help with these other 2 over here because I used to work for Dean Witter, Payne Weber, Morgan Stanley, and UBS. I understand this stuff. No big deal. But it's not good enough for me to get my license back on this side of the ledger to recommend them. These are market growth dreams. If you want market growth, don't buy an annuity. Real simple. Sorry to all you executives out there that are trying to push these, but you know I'm right. You know I'm right. Do me one last favor. Above my head is a spinning clock. I talk about, this is controversial, I talk about annuities being commodities, meaning don't fall for the name and the marketing name and the carrier name and ignore everything but the contractual guaranteed number and the rating. and then speak with me and I'll tell you if I sign off on it or not. I'm batting 1,000, okay? Do that, but take your time. There's no urgency. You're buying a contract. If you want to read the contract from start to finish, we can get you that stuff to read. All right? My name is Stan, the Annuity Man. Stepping back for a second. I heart lifetime income, and you should too. See you next time.